How does the new producer get above the noise? And then how do I probably get 200 submissions per day, right? I don't have time to go through all of those things. So the idea of filters are very necessary. When I say filters, I don't mean like a musical filter. I mean an aggregator, a filter, someone that I trust that says, okay, I've listened. My job is to sit and listen to those. If I run a blog, your job is to sit and listen to those 200 things and find the quality ones and then post those so that I can sort of know the taste of your blog and then go and say, okay, I like or don't like that. I may disagree with you, but you've created a taste that I sort of like. But that's not what goes on. You know, people are, you're in a real world situation, so whoever advertises on your blog, you're going to kind of give them a little bit more. Whoever you've shaken hands with or bought you a drink in the club, you're going to kind of give them a little bit more attention. If you're a new blogger, you're going to kind of put up some of the nonsense that I don't want to see because you see WorldStar getting a bunch of hits off the nonsense, so you're like, I need a little bit of that. And because of the access, when I started to make music, there was not only an apprenticeship period, but there was work that you had to put in. If you wanted to be a DJ, let's say you wanted to be a DJ and I'm 13 years old, that means I needed to go get a paper route, and I needed to save some money, I needed to go buy some turntables, and I didn't have money to go buy speakers, so my friends and I figured out electricity and figured out how to solder, and we made speakers and we made wires and we put a little thing together and then we did the party. People liked us. We didn't take that money and go do frivolous things with it. We had to go purchase vinyl. You put a lot of work into this. When I just for example, when I did a party when I was 15 years old, right? I'm 15 years old. I don't have a driver's license yet. So I have to go find one of my friends that can drive me, right? I have to pack there's 4 times that I have to move my equipment in one night. So it was different in terms of the amount of work you had to put in. So that's sort of my point, if you get my point. That apprenticeship sort of weeded out the people that really wanted to do it and the people that were just like, oh, this is just a hobby for me, or it's cute, or I could be Paris Hilton and get $20,000 for doing a party as a DJ because my celebrity is going to bring people to the party. She's not really a DJ. She's a celebrity who the promoter is using her celebrity to get people into a club. So it's sort of disrespectful to my art form. There used to be this huge middle class of musicians. You had some that were way up here, and that's the Jay-Z's, the Beyoncé's, the Kanye's, and all those things of the nowadays, right? Rihanna, all that stuff. But there was a huge middle class of the working musician, the guy that could go out, put out a record. He might only sell 50,000 copies, but he gets on the road and he makes a living for himself. Being that we live in this open source, free internet time, it's a lot harder for that person to make a living making music. So instead of this sort of like bell curve, now we have this L curve, right? Where there's 15 people at the top and they make music and they make an exorbitant amount of money from making music. And instead of there being a middle class, now there's all these peasants of people who don't make a huge amount of money off of making music. And then we sort of said in the beginning, oh, well, you'll find other ways in which to make music. But it's been like 15 years now and we still haven't found those ways. So how long do we wait until that time comes about? Or if you really look at the tax returns of all the musicians, there's people that are great at making it seem like they're making money, but they're not really making a lot of money. And we can't sort of figure out where the next generation of people come from. And all the ideas that we see only work for those people that already had a big fan base. Like Beyonce putting out an album without any promotion, and it can sell. Drake followed the same format, did the same thing. He sells 500,000 copies in a weekend. It's great, but he's already famous. How does they're gonna die eventually, right? So I sort of think in a macro sense. How does the new artist of today, the guy that's undiscovered, how does he develop that and live as a working musician is the problem. And we haven't found those solutions yet. So.